A friend of mine was doing firewalks, and I asked her what was the principle that protected people from getting burned, and she said, "You become the fire." So I said, "Okay, that's really interesting because I've been applying Roundup on my woods, and every time I would do that, I'd get sick, and it would put me in bed for a day." So I had a conversation with Roundup and with my body, and I asked my body, if I give you a sniff of this Roundup, can you become the Roundup? She said, "Of course." I said, "Okay. Therefore, I would not be harmed if you became the Roundup." That's right. So I did that, and I did not get sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it again on another day, and I did not get sick.
Right.
I became the Roundup.
Yes, that's one valid way of doing it. That's what we would call a fourth level way of doing it. I did that with poison ivy when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is a very practical application.
That's right. Very practical.
What if you became one with the weeds and got them to do what you want to do and not have to even use them?
You know, I've talked to weeds.
Now, I know what he's talking about, you see, because you got to remember, this is not a system of control. It's not that it shouldn't be, it can't be. Okay? Just because you merge with something doesn't mean you control it, because everything has its own will. The more persuasive you can be, the better the results, but some things are just very willful. And so when you do merge, if you're truly merging, you discover the possibilities. And sometimes these possibilities do not include what you want. So what I'm going to say right now may make some people unhappy, but that's the risk you have in teaching all the time. I found this out with roaches. Now, these islands have a lot of roaches. And our home, when we first came here, had a lot of roaches. And so I just finally got tired of that. And I didn't want to go killing roaches all over the place. So I said, okay, we're going to have a tune in. So I tuned in deeply with the roaches. They are arrogant. Believe me, they have been here much longer than we have, and they expect to be here far longer than we're going to be. Okay, so they just don't take anything. So I was finally able to communicate with what I would call the Almakua of the roaches. And so I had to do it more in a third level rather than a fourth level, because fourth level, they couldn't care less, okay? But they're intelligent beings. So when I did communicate from a third level, second, third level, I made a deal with them. I said, look, you're in my house. And there's not an awful lot I can do about that, I know that. But I'm going to make this deal with you. As long as you stay out of my sight. Now you see, I'm not everywhere at once. You can be all over the place and I won't know it. I said, okay. If I don't see you, we don't have a problem. If I see you, I'm going to interpret that as meaning you would like me to help you reincarnate. Well, now the most amazing thing is that gradually, and it didn't take a long time, gradually we started seeing fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer roaches. Now it's very, very rare. And when they come out, they sit and wait. Seriously. Okay? Now I think the fastest, most humane way is get the spray. Okay, it's very fast, very quick. And so that's what I do. A lot of people wouldn't like that, but I think it's humane. But it works. Now, to show you how few there are in our house, we recently had our house tented for termites. There weren't very many of those, but we had to tent it. And we're expecting to come back to the house full of roaches, because this is what the exterminator people told us, you know, they kill all the roaches. There was one roach in the entire house. And he had come out onto the kitchen table to wait and be reincarnated.